Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Jaslyn, owner of MovesU LLC, and we are back with another episode of the Lady Circle. I have some great, beautiful Black women here with me today. If you were able to catch the first episode, that was such a great episode that I did with Bree and Corinne, and I am just so grateful to have them and have their take. And if you did not watch it, make sure that you go to my YouTube page or check out my podcast at MovesU Heard. It's available on Apple and Spotify. So again, like we did on the first episode of Lady Circle, we were talking about mental health and the well-being as it pertains to Black women in our communities. I'm so grateful to have you guys here with me today. And I just want to go ahead and start off with a nice introduction. So Jay, tell the people who you are.
Hey people, my name is Janae. Sometimes I go as Jay. I am the COO of PAX Unlimited. And I'm also a language facilitator and a grad student studying clinical therapy.
Yes. All right. And Jazz, who are you?
Hey everyone, my name is Jasmine or Jazz. I'm also a grad student right now. I deal with all things public health. I'm a grad student doing MPH at Tulane. What else? Tags, follows.
Yes,
you can follow me on Instagram at _j.tiara.
Yay. All right.
Hey everybody, my name is Amanda. You call me Panda.
You lucky I didn't say your name.
I am the founder and CEO of P Luxury Locks. I am a loctician and I've been a loctician for about 7 years now. I'm a mom. Content creator. Follow me at the Panda Way 69, and you can also follow me on Instagram at PLuxLocks 1030. As PLuxLocks 1030.
Yes. All right. So y'all see, just like we did on episode 1, we are here and we are cozy in our cute little corner with our PJs on because this is a safe space. We are talking all things real, all things raw, everything genuine. And we're going to just get deep into how our lives are and how we are managing every single day as a Black woman here in the U.S. So again, we're going to start off with questions in our jar, and whoever picks the question first gets to say their answer first, and then we're going to discuss among each other. But before we get into the jar, how are y'all ladies doing, and how are y'all doing for real?
I guess that.
It's all you, girl.
Start it off.
Well, this is a new year. Thank God for a new year. I think personally, this is my season of intention. Like, I've been preaching intention and I've been walking by intention, and it's more of I'm in a safe space. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm in a space where I'm private, I'm happy, I'm being committed with the things that I want to do for myself, and overall I'm doing pretty good. Like, to say how I'm doing, for someone to ask me how I'm doing pretty good.
That's good. And to mean it.
That's
to
mean
good.
it.
Yeah. What about you, Jazz?
It's been a lot going on.
Yeah.
I feel like I told you the last time we were doing a run through or whatever, I just feel very overwhelmed. Mm-hmm. But I feel like it's a good overwhelmed. I feel like it's what's the word? You know how like you're in a pressure cooker, you're cooking rice, right? And it's being cooked, and like the outcome is going to be what you want it to be. So I feel like that's in the season I'm in. Like, I'm in a pressure cooker right now. I feel like a whole lot of pressure being put on me, but I feel like when it's all said and done, like the outcome's going to be really good.
Right where you need to be.
Exactly. Yeah. So
that's honest, and that's good too.
Yeah.
What about you, Jay?
I think I'm doing good. I have been more intentional recently. I started back in therapy, and I'm really working towards purpose and finding my purpose and being okay with what that journey looks like. My therapist recently told me that we make it so much about the destination, instead of making it about the journey of getting there. So I'm learning to appreciate the journey and find the beauty in the ups and the downs. But I'm doing good.
Thank you for saying that, because that's something that I've definitely been going through myself. And it's hard. It don't feel good all the time. Yeah. But I think the more you go into it with the leaps of faith, you see why you went that way, and it makes sense. And And slowly but surely you get those small wins that keep you going to that. And you learn how to listen to it more.
Yeah.
And you just took a little shot at me. You don't know you did, but I need to make my next therapy session. It's been a minute. She ain't that mad at me though. I don't think she is. But no, that just reminded me. It's time for me to see my therapist again too.
Same.
And I appreciate you bringing that up though. Yeah, because it's already something that isn't super common. And it hasn't been for a long time. I think just now we're starting to talk about it a lot more, which I'm really grateful for, because even when you don't have a therapist, just being able to talk about it is really great. And it's the foundation. You gotta start somewhere. And so like we did with the men, like just talking about things like that and knowing like, okay, I need help outside of myself. That's a great thing. Yeah. And just being able to admit it, it's powerful.
Yeah. I love that you brought that up, because I've been like just praising my therapist, all my friends and my sister, and a couple of them have already had their first appointment with her. So,
That's great.
I love that. Yeah, I love that.
Yes. I love that. If you guys are open to therapy, we highly recommend it.
Highly.
For anything. When you're going through great times, when you're going through difficult times, having someone else's perspective to help you reflect on your life and how you can move, it's always a great thing.
That's
to
neutral.
Have. Yes.
A stranger who don't know you.
And guide you along the way.
Yeah. Because your girlfriends are great. Like, I need them here. Okay. But always having that other person in your corner is definitely beneficial. So definitely look into that if that's something that you're considering. But all right, let's get into the jar. So who am I going to start with first?
I feel like we should go in alphabetical order.
Okay, I made her go first. Something else. So okay. Honestly, before you said that, I honestly was going to choose you, Jazz. So I'll pick the first one. So you want to volunteer?
That's cool. Oh,
all right. Read it out loud for us.
That little voice inside, Miss Intuition. Do you listen to her? What is your relationship with her? Girl. I should throw this.
See, I told you we didn't think of that question.
We're just going to dive in.
This is a very good one. Like, I don't even know if I want to talk about this one first.
I'm going to need you to, ma'am. This is a safe space.
Okay. I love intuition. I feel like the older I get, the more I really lean into it. And it's scary sometimes because I feel like a lot of my intuition comes from dreams. And it's very real because it's like I'll have a dream about something, and I tell people this all the time. Like, I'll dream about something, and even if it doesn't like directly affect me, it's gone, like whatever I dreamt about, it's like happening to somebody else. So, but y'all, I don't know, like I have had past experiences where I dreamt about, like, you know, a partner or ex doing something that wasn't favorable, and in reality that's what was going on. So it's like now I just really try to listen to my intuition, because it's like your body, or even if you don't feel like it's your body, if you feel like it's God, like somebody above is trying to tell you something. So it's like you just gotta lean into it. Don't feel like you're crazy. Sometimes I feel like I'm crazy, but I don't know.
Did you ever fight your intuition?
Not really. Like, I feel like once upon a time, maybe I wouldn't say fight it, but maybe I just didn't really listen to it like the way that I do now. But now, like, even when it comes to, like, I don't want to keep bringing up relationships, but you know how people always have that saying where you don't, like, go searching for something. Like, that's how I really feel. Because it's like, if God wants me to know something, if the universe wants me to know, my intuition is going to let me know, like, off rip, or something's going to happen and make me be like, ugh. Yeah. So, I don't know. That's a great question. I like that.
That's a really good question. Doesn't sound bad.
How about you, Jay?
My intuition and I are good friends. Yeah, we are really good friends, and I trust her. I had to learned the difference between my intuition and my anxiety. And
talk about that real quick.
A lot of times I was thinking like, okay, this is my intuition. And then I realized, well, you know, what has your mental space been? And when I realized it hasn't been the best, that's when I realized that the anxiety and the fears would try to manifest themselves and look like that intuition. So I had to learn the difference between those and just kind of have more faith, you know? I think that's about it.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
I didn't really think about that when I wrote that question. I know that I've had some history with ignoring things that my intuition and my God have been trying to tell me. And it's crazy too, because like you said, you're learning how to listen to it more the older you get. I want to say a year or even a year and a half ago, I knew the moment when I decided not to listen, which was so, you know, detrimental in the long run. I remember it was times where I think I just wanted to be right to the point where I was just like, I'm going to go this way, even though you're saying go that way. And I'd rather go this way to figure it out and crash and burn than to leave it for the unknown. You know what I'm saying? Because in that ignoring intuition also ties into a big thing of people pleasing. That we could definitely talk about in a little bit, but I think it was a big point in my life where at first you might not even realize you have intuition when you're growing up, but when you realize it's speaking to you and you're not ready to accept it. So that's why I really like how you said you trust her, because she is talking and she will talk loud, especially when it's time for you to evolve or make life-changing decisions on who you interact with and what you decide to do with your life and how you're obedient to the purpose that you have. And it definitely is night and day, because you'll feel it when you don't listen. And I've definitely felt it.
Absolutely.
So for me with that question, it's growing for me every day. I think I'm definitely in a way better space than I was a year ago and in 2 years ago for sure. Now I hear it and I'm like, all right. Other times I would hear it and I'm like, I don't want to do that yet.
Right.
Or really, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I appreciate her. I definitely do. So what about you?
Me and my intuition, we like oil and water.
Ooh, okay. That's honest.
It kind of like piggies off what both of you guys are saying. Like, I'm typically my day-to-day of intuition, me and her are like, yeah, I know that's what you said, but I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna do what I want to do. And then I be testing my intuition, because I be like, I know this is what they said, but let me see if I do the opposite just to see if it's gonna go this way. And like you said, people pleasing, that also plays a big for me. I'm such a yes man to a lot of people in my life, so I never give my intuition a chance to say, hey, that's listen to me for what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I always just be like, nah, I'll do that later. Or I'll say to myself, okay, I'll listen to you now and I'll try to walk by faith and actually do what my intuition is telling me. And then the next day I'll wake up and I'll say, nah, it ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could say something to me and make me feel so doubtful of what I'm even thinking. And I'll just be like, okay, I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to listen to what they say. But I always tell myself, like, I told you so. I just be knowing certain things. And it's sad that when I wait till the last minute, I beat myself up. And then I'm looking at myself like, why you do that? You know? But we like all the while we work. I think that's something that goes to what I said earlier. Like, my intention for myself is to be more private and more still, so that I can listen to myself and say, okay, I'm going to go this direction. Okay, and I'm going to go. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to practice that.
I loved how you said still.
Yes.
That stillness. That's when you hear
That's
her.
when you hear it the loudest.
Right.
Oh my gosh. And in this day and age where we moving so fast.
Yeah.
I swear every day goes by like this.
Yeah.
Yep.
You feel like you don't have a moment to be still, but for the sake of my sanity,
Right.
I need at least 5 minutes.
Yeah.
At least
At least.
5
least.
minutes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fit it in some kind of way.
Somewhere.
But
And
that
I'm a
is
mom
what she
and I
taught.
need that
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, I literally need a 5-minute break every chance I get. Like,
Yeah. One of my favorite India Arie lyrics says, "Sometimes you have to be still before you can get ahead."
Yes,
I'm
yes.
like, that's a word.
That's the word.
I love
that.
India Arie. That's
Yes.
that's on that Voice India album. I
Yeah.
love that. Oh yes,
That's the one.
Good. All right, so Jay, your turn. Grab from the job.
All right.
Thank you.
What is your relationship with your hair?
ah!
I love this question. This is a great question.
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
Well, this bun is about what I do almost every day.
It
But-
looks so good.
It
Jay.
does. Thank you.
They got
I've
it sleek.
I've had a lot of practice doing it.
Slick.
Thank you. I remember growing up and people complimenting my hair. Like
Mhm.
other young Black girls come, "Oh my gosh, you have good hair." And the first thing I said was never thank you. It
Mhm.
was never thank you. It was always, "What's good hair?"
Mhm.
And I would always return that compliment, or I would return the compliment first, and then I would pose the question like, "What's good hair?"
Mhm.
Because I see it on your head too. You know what I mean?
How mature of you.
Right.
Very.
I love that.
I
I wish
love
I knew to
that.
say that.
I've
love
been
that.
aware for a long time, and sometimes, it's tough being aware. But
yeah.
I think the awareness really helped me, and it helped the people that I talked to.
Mhm.
I think I love my hair, but I also want to let other people know that it doesn't have to look the same for it to be the same quality. Like,
Mhm.
That
Mhm.
part.
I am not my hair. India Arie. Shout
Yeah,
out to her
look
again.
at
Shout out to her again.
She just got
has
all the
the
gems.
answer.
She can
Has-
reference her.
Shout out
Yeah.
to India Irie. We
Yeah.
love you, girl. We love you, girl. The
Oh.
embodiment of a Black woman.
Yeah.
Seriously.
At the same time, I am one of those girls who doesn't know how to do their hair for real. Like I can do like a little silk press. I will never put scissors to my own hair.
Mm.
I'll probably end up
Ooh.
doing something I didn't mean to. I do want to learn. Like I tried to do a flexi rod set, and I was so ready for it. I'm like, oh, it's gonna look so good. I slept with my neck crooked. I'm like, it's gonna be worth it. And I took it out the next day, and it was not giving, y'all. It wasn't giving at all. But it's okay. It's a journey, and I'm gonna try again. We're gonna try again. We're gonna get it right one day.
Yeah,
Of course.
yeah. What about you, Jazz?
So I guess I would say I had a love-hate relationship with my hair. Growing up, like I remember begging my mom to put a relaxer in my hair for the longest, like, cause I just wanted my hair to be straight. Like I was tired of it always being poofy. Like anytime she would like press it out, it just would never like, it would revert back. And I always remember growing up, like hearing the words, like not even talking about my hair, but just other girls wearing their natural hair, nappy. And like, it's this like derogatory term, make you feel like something's wrong with your natural hair.
Mm-hmm.
So it took a long time for me to like really get over the fact that my hair is tight for hair. Like, okay, like it's not a loose curl. Like I have tight coils, and if I don't, like right now, I blow dried it out to stretch it out or whatever. I thought I was going to want curly, but so, but any other time, it's a tight curl. So it's like growing up, you see all of this attention going to girls who have looser curl patterns, and you're sitting there like people calling my hair nappy. Like, you start to create this complex about yourself. And then I think maybe it was my sophomore year of high school. I was just over the relaxers, tired of getting like my hair burnt up, scalp burnt up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm gonna just go natural, like see what happens. And I remember I started doing like braid outs and slowly like wearing my hair in like froze. And I remember like getting compliments, and I'm like, wait a second. And then after that, it was just kind of like, who am I to not love the hair that God gave me, the hair that grows out of my scalp,
Mm-hmm.
So now I encourage everybody to wear their natural hair. Like I have cousins who are like, I could never wear my natural hair. Like it doesn't look as good as yours. Like when you do the twist and everything, I'm like, it's your God-given hair. Like you have to love it before anybody else does.
Yeah.
So I guess it's where I'm at with it now. It's like, it takes a lot. Natural hair is a lot to maintain, but I wouldn't change it.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that. What about you, Miss Amanda? Miss Panda.
My relationship with my hair is, I guess it really starts with my childhood. Like, a small portion of my life, I grew up with my birth mother and my sister, and they're West Indian. So my mom and my sister here down their back, and I'm over here with hair that's like a tortilla pet. You know what I'm saying? And I used to, and I laugh about it now because that was my
like coping mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was literally, I used to, y'all know I used to say, I got that Kuta Kinte. I used to say it all the time. And then after a while, as I started like developing the understanding of hair, my mom used to always tell me, like, why are you always trying to be like them? Why are you always trying to change your hair up? You should just wear it. You have such beautiful, thick hair. She used to tell me that all the time, and I just never used to hear it. I used to be in cosmetology class trying to bleach my edges, all this stuff. And then as I got older, I started doing my mom's hair. And my mom has dreads. She's had dreads since I was about 10.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And from there, I used to say, when I leave high school, after everything that I've done, I'm going to dread my hair up. And I said it for years. We went through senior year with ponytails and weaves for a majorette every game. And I hated it because everybody's hair would be slicked back and mine would just be like waves. And after that, after I left high school, I found my own embracement in locks. And that kind of started my journey as a loctician. I started dyeing my hair. I started shaving my hair. I started doing things that made me feel more comfortable. So I encourage anybody, especially anybody who wants to lock their hair. Some people be feeling like that locks are such a
permanent thing.
And they also feel like it's looked on bad. If you look at the history of locks, it's looked on very bad, especially for women. At one point, military didn't even want you to have locks. I was about to shave my hair off just to get into the military. And thank God I did it because I really loved my hair. Like, I felt like a big confidence of myself was built because I had my locks. You know what I'm saying? So, I always encourage a lot of people, anyone who's discouraged or don't understand hair, for me specifically, I'm speaking for locks, but anybody who doesn't understand hair, first understand yourself. First understand that you love yourself. First you understand that when I look in the mirror, this is who I am. And when I walk out the door, that's who I'm going to be. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I love my hair.
Yeah, and your hair love you, girl. It's crazy that we got to this question today while my hair looking like this.
It's still a beautiful.
Exactly. It's big. It's out.
I resonate with Jazz's comment a lot because I always said, and even to this day, I say that I have a love-hate relationship with my hair. I very much so love my hair, but I don't feel like messing with it a lot.
Every day.
I can't mess with it every day. It's impossible for me, please. But I also went through the realization as a child, like knowing that Black women weren't supposed to have good hair. So when you brought up good hair, that resonated with me a lot. It brought me right back to middle school because I had a lot of hair growing up. And if a girl saw me when my hair was straight or just in general, they didn't believe it was all mine. I can recall a time where a girl literally came to me with a rat tail comb and asked to go through my hair.
I remember that.
Yeah. And I let them, it bothered me in a way, but I think it would have bothered me more back then to not let her do it, to prove to her. And now that I think about it as a Black woman, it's sad that it's like your sister is doubting your authenticity just because of what society has put on all of us. And it could have been her insecurity that was showing up at the time because maybe she didn't have as much hair as I did and she felt some type of way, so she wanted to prove that it wasn't for real, or she might just not know that Black women can have a lot of hair.
What's that obsession?
And my mother, she had a lot of hair growing up. So I absolutely love big hair. Like, I love big fros, all that good stuff. This was the flexi ride set. If y'all saw my story last night, I was up all night, and then of course it had to rain today, so that's why it's looking like this. But practice is key, because I did one before this, which was really good. So it just wasn't my best day this time. But no, like learning to have a relationship with your hair is very important, because it is a part of our identity. Like what she said, like learn who you are. Because like India Irie, I am not my hair. Once you discover who you are, you know that you can express it however that relates to you. If you decide to cut it off, if you decide to lock it, if you decide to wear it straight, or if you decide to wear it in a fro, it's you. And however it came out of your head is enough. You can be the girly that wants to wear wigs. I wear wigs too. But love yourself how you came, because that, I really feel like my hair is my heritage. We don't have a lot that ties us into our heritage. So that's also why I really love locks too. Because you have a lot to learn, you know. And I'm on the same boat with you too, Jay. Like, I don't know how to cornrow. I'm just saying.
Same girl.
Because if I did, my wigs would be laid a lot better. And I don't have the patience to cornrow my hair. You're lucky if you get a twist out. But it's something that I do want to learn. It's something that I feel like it's a rite of passage almost. Like those braids, like those were designed way back when for a reason, for a purpose. They have messages, they have meaning. So to live in a society like this where someone outside of our culture tells us what's acceptable, especially when we're talking about going to work,
professionalism,
going to school, you know, it's very demeaning, you know. And when you were saying like you didn't realize you were beautiful with your hair until you just decided to wear it curly, and then people were telling you, had that realization like, wait a second, I'm beautiful.
That part.
It takes a moment, because a lot of us don't feel beautiful with our hair. I know people that will never show their real hair. Never.
I've heard my little cousins tell me they literally hate their hair, and it like hurts me, because I'm like, that's your hair, like that's you. It takes grace in knowing that it's a relationship. Exactly.
It's definitely a relationship. I remember I went on the creamy crack when I was in middle and high school, because I was dancing so much. I didn't want to, you know, but I had to, because our hair sweats out and poops up so easily. And what I had to do as a performer, I had to have it slick. Like, my hair is never getting as slick as yours. I love that. I love that on you, but like, it has to literally be really straight for that. So I had that whole journey with the relaxers and the perms and stuff. And it's crazy, because today I'm just now seeing commercials about if you've worn Dark and Lovely and all this stuff,
the
you
settlements for the cancer,
you may qualify for some compensation. I'm like, okay, yeah, because these chemicals are now, you know, invading our body and our health and things like that. And it's so sad that we let society get us to a point where we might be paying for it years later.
Right. And only to find out they were lying to us, girl. The girls on them perm commercials, like the boxes, they came out on Twitter like some months ago. I don't know if y'all remember. They were saying that a lot of them never had relaxers. Like, their mom would like get their hair pressed out. They would take the pictures for the relaxer boxes.
So this
the whole
is
time
to me.
They never had relaxers, and we like begging to look like them on the pictures.
And here y'all false advertising us.
Yeah. Yeah.
All our lives we had to fight.
All right. Okay.
And it's all for the sake of feeling accepted, feeling beautiful. What people are telling us is beautiful, not realizing literally what grows out of our head is just perfect.
Already beautiful.
Yeah. All right. So our last question is Yoko, girly.
Let these fingers bless me. Okay. What do you hope for Black women?
Oh, I like that question.
What do I hope for Black women? I hope Black women come together more. I think we fight each other too much. And I don't mean it in like a catty way. I just mean it like we spend so much time trying to nitpick on people with, oh, your life is like this, so this what's gonna happen, you're doing this and you think you're better. Like, we're so busy worrying about the wrong things instead of us really working together. I really love unity, and I'm a family orientated person, so unity, anybody who knows, like all my friends, I call them my sisters, because you guys helped me raise me. If you want to be honest, like, my friendships mean the most to me, and I don't consider them to be just, we've been friends for 12 years. This is a unit. We work together, we build together, we pray together, we talk about stuff like this together, and we don't really see that. We get on Instagram, we talking about the fancy car that this girl done got from a boyfriend, or we talking about somebody we don't like in subliminal messages, and it's never like a unit thing. And I would love to see that, because I don't have a lot of unit friends. I have the same 7 friends that I've had my whole entire life. And you know what I'm saying? Like, when you try to step out and branch off and meet other people, it's kind of like, you don't know what you're stepping into, so your guard is up. I've never met you before, but your energy is amazing. And like, I'm an energy person when I come in the room. So I can instantly see like how the conversation is going to go, if I'm going to feel comfortable. But I feel like we should definitely be a unit where we all can talk to each other freely, call each other, say, hey, how you doing? I'm proud of you. I don't know what you do, but I'm proud of what you do and how far you come. We don't do that. Like, it's not many, and even with your podcast, this is very empowering for us to sit here for however long we've been sitting here and look this cute and talk about stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes me feel warm inside. So yeah, I definitely think for me, I want unity. Like, us black girls be black girls for real. Like, for real.
Yeah.
I love that.
I like that.
What about you, Jazz?
How can I put this? I want black women to live a more luxurious life without having to feel like they gotta make excuses for it. Like, I want to leave the struggle and the plight of black women in the past, and just, I love seeing women who are just like well taken care of. I love seeing black women who are like finding hobbies and just doing little things, or like I said, living a luxurious life, whatever that like looks like for you, because we're all different, but just doing things that make them happy and not letting society tell them that we don't deserve it. Like, I'm so tired of feeling like, you know, every time I get online or every time I go somewhere, I'm hearing like other people's opinions about how black women choose to live their lives or what they feel like we deserve. And it's like, we deserve everything. Like, I want to see us do everything. I want to see us win. I want to see us grow. I want to see us, if you want a house on a hill with 5 acres and a freaking wraparound porch, like, you deserve that. You want to sit there on your wraparound porch with your rocking chair and your sweet tea. Like, you deserve that. You deserve that. Like, listen, wraparound porch, like, whatever that life of luxury and just softness looks like for you, like, I want that for all of us. Cause I'm so tired of us having to always put our black woman cape on and save the day for everybody else, and everybody else just gets to live this luxury life and we just get struggle. No, we deserve way more than that. So that's what I want.
You're preaching with that.
I like that one.
Yeah. What about you, Jay?
I think my answer kind of piggybacks off of yours. I want for black women whatever black women want.
I like that.
I don't feel like it's my place to say, you know, for everyone, because everyone's not on the same page, and I get that. Everybody wants their individuality, and they deserve that. We all deserve that. So if you want to stay at home with your kids and not work, I want you to have that. If you want to be the CEO of a company, I also want you to have that. I want the labels to kind of go away, and people just do what really fulfills them and makes them happy. I feel like everyone else gets a chance to do just that. But for whatever reason, us as black women have to do things a certain way, or else now, all of feminism is being pushed back because I decide to stay home with my kids, or I've taken us 10 steps backwards because I choose to do certain things with my husband, or, whatever the case may be. I feel like wherever somebody feels like they fit, that's exactly what they should do, without boundaries and without regard for how anybody else feels about it.
Yeah.
Amen.
That's good. It's like almost like the world makes up this delusional code that we gotta follow.
Yes.
And there's no code.
Just
Just live your life. Be black. Be whatever race you are. And live your, you know what I'm saying? Just live happy. I like that.
I like that.
Yeah.
For sure.
I really do like that. I think for Black women, I want a lot of things. I hope for a lot of things. But I hope that we realize our power. I think that's, for me, the biggest thing, because it's coming from somebody who doesn't, only I'm cracking the door, because our power has been taken from us and stripped from us for so long that sometimes we don't even begin to fathom what we're capable of. I think Black women, we're mainly aware of what we can do for other people, from a conditional standpoint, versus the power that God's given us to serve from our gifts, and not being hesitant to do that without the judgment of other people. So it definitely goes along with everything that you all have been saying, because realizing your power in whatever that is for you, whether you are a stay-at-home mom or you are a CEO, you walk in that confidently through the entire journey, because of course it's not going to be from A to B just so easily. But realizing that you have the power to make a difference, realizing you have the power to be yourself, realizing you have the power to change who you are. You can evolve. We are all evolving. I'm evolving right now, and I know all of you all are as well. But yeah, power is a big thing, because power can make or break you if you don't know it. Just like our intuition, if you don't listen to it, if you don't follow it, like, that's your game changer. That's how you realize who you actually are, is when you tap into that power. And you got a lot of people that might know your power before you do. And so they try to keep that from you. So with the unity involved, like, just y'all sitting here with me today, like, it reminds me of my power and what I'm able to do in a space like this, and bringing women together, bringing Black men together, bringing community together. Like, that's my power. And it took me a minute to realize that. So I thank you guys a lot for that. And, some people don't realize their power without that unity. So it's very, very important.
If this is you just cracking the door,
everything is done. Just imagine the door being wide open.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, it comes a lot from, like, just looking at other people, seeing what they're capable of, thinking you're not able to do that, thinking that you don't have the resources because of your demographic, because of what you know, because of your background. Like, yeah, I think that's a lot for me, my story, as far as not realizing my power and being on this time crunch that I just delusionally make up, that all of us make up, as far as having a deadline on stuff, having an idea of when you're supposed to be, where you're supposed to be. But in reality, you might not even know where you're supposed to be. You might not even know until the night before, because God worked in those crazy ways. Like, and that's happened to me. You could be completely flipped. So it takes that power to do those leaps of faith. Like, it really does. So,
and wherever you are is exactly where you're supposed to be.
Exactly.
And yes, and realizing that. And realizing that.
And not fighting it.
Yep.
That's really great, y'all. Ooh, we got so much in this short conversation. I wish I could talk to all of y'all all night. But I know y'all don't want to. Y'all want to go to bed. I'm just so thankful that you guys are here. Like, we have so many more questions and so many more topics to talk about. If you guys are watching, please drop a comment. Let us know some things that you might want us to address. Give us your feedback on anything that was said here today. And just let me know what you guys think. Make sure again that you're subscribing to Moves You Heard podcast on Apple and Spotify. It will be available on other platforms very soon. I'll be sure to let you guys know. Follow us on Instagram at My Moves Move You with the letter U LLC on Instagram. And make sure you follow these young ladies back again. I'll make sure to have their Instagram handles at the bottom of the screen for you guys to follow. Again, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for opening up this conversation. So wonderful, so beautiful. And I'm just so thankful to have you guys. And we are starting this thing up. So you're going to see more promo about the Mental Moves Workshop this year as we focus on Black women. So stay tuned and keep it moving, guys. I'll see you later. Yay!